Hey, who's that one marble everyone's talking about?
Oh, Wild Canuck, actually. Wild Canuck now getting a look towards the top. Wild Canuck, it will be Wild Canuck. Wild Canuck. It's Wild Canuck who shoots out through the Muller corner, making charges for Wild Canuck, who holds the lead. And Tiger will hold first place over Wild Canuck. Wild Canuck rounding the hairpin, looking to the outside. Yet Wild Canuck knocks Arjun right towards Tigger. Wild Canuck, Wild Canuck, Wild Canuck, Wild Canuck, who's locked with him in second place. He's not going to have any luck challenging Wild Canuck. Wild Canuck. It's been wild out there on the track. What about Wild Canuck? Is he going to be able to hold Tornado off? Wild Canuck still leading that charge for Wild Canuck at the finish line, but not quick enough. Wild Canuck was just ahead of him.
Racing Marble League Season 1 was fantastic. As an inaugural season, it brought everything you could want to the Racing MarbleSports on the internet. With Season 2, of course, they did something special. Bill and the gang opened it up for sponsored marbles from the fans. 47 marbles got together with 4 different tryouts. This was Wild Canuck's first run on the gravity track. Started off lean and mean and ready to go. Had his first sort of oops as he hit the attenuator there, coming around the corner down through that drop. And seemed to be doing fine, making up speed, coming down through here. First real mistake is here on the outside of the Muller corner. What can you do? Tagged there on the edge of the 90 and then onto the rails. His first time ever on rails. And we had hoped for a really good time here, but as you can see, he ended up slotting in about 23rd. Now, 23rd is not a bad thing. That's in the top half, but you definitely, with only 20 marbles making it through, you want to get into that top 20 every time. Climb your way to the top. So here we go into the obstacle course. 3 different tracks all built together into a single track. And Wild Canuck is working his way up during the first lap. He's already made his way up to 3rd place as they go through the first set of obstacles. By the time we get into the second lap, which will include the pegboard, he is in 2nd place and behind Accidental Genius. And this is exciting to be actually out racing on real track here and with competitors and all of the decision making that goes on there rather than racing solo like in the first round. And pegboard, a new experience for him, but he manages to slip through and get past Accidental Genius to lead his first laps in Racing Marble League preseason. And coming back down into the pegboard for the second time as he comes across the rails here. Accidental Genius tries to pull a move on him here and ends up actually helping him to get a substantial lead. And Serpent Smart sneaks past Accidental Genius as a result of that. And this takes us now into the last obstacle, which is the funnel. And we kind of thought that Wild Canuck would do rather well in here. He's run funnels before, and sure enough, he did fine in the first lap. It's chaotic in the funnels, and it's something that will make you nervous every time you go in because it's really easy to get out of place. And this is what happens the next round. As we come down here, and he makes his approach onto the funnel, it'll be Duke and Chaos Kitten who slip in and bump him in just the right way to create a larger ellipse for him, and he'll go from first place and tumble all the way down to 11th place. Well, watch as they come down here across the finish line, and there he is in 11th place, just behind Blizzard. And this is a disaster. Since everything's on time, it's not necessarily about position. Fortunately, with all the movement of other marbles, he manages to just keep himself in 23rd place and not move down the rankings. So we go into track 3 in heat number 2, and we're off. He's starting this on the 9th place in the grid, but before we are even into the Muller corner, he's in the lead. And this is exciting to see just the burning intensity of Wild Canuck on these tracks. He doesn't leave anything behind. He gets out there and he does the job. And I think he's going to have a lot to say on the track throughout Season 2. As we come down here to see the inside line of the Muller corner, nicely done there. He's good on jumps. Let me tell you, that jumps nowhere. Slip back there a little bit. Tiger managed to get through him. Great back and forth with Tiger, Wild Canuck, and Arjun throughout this race. Some competitors really giving it their all in here. Arjun in particular, who had already DNF'd, looking for a good showing here, showing that you have to persevere in the face of bad luck. It's a great shot there to see those jumps there. And here we go with Tiger, Arjun, and Wild Canuck mixing it up through the chicane there. And just a decent, good, interesting to see the different lines that they take as they come through the Muller corner there. Wild Canuck using the middle lane there, but using the inside lane as they came through the second Muller corner, the short corner, to really get a lot of speed. It came right up on Arjun in that one. And so we're at the halfway point of the race here as we come into the beginning of lap 5 here of 9, and a little bit of a gap there. And this is what a move by Silver Blur on that one, sort of jostling Wild Canuck as they went into the Muller corner and then just pushing him out of the way. But you can't hold Wild Canuck down for long. He slips right back into third place here, coming down into the booster, and begins to try to reel in. There's the leaders. There's another great move there by Blizzard, the MSP marble, making moves around Wild Canuck and then losing it again. Blizzard is going to be one to watch. I like the guys over at MSP, so I'm happy to see him doing well here. Look at him right there. There's Wild Canuck right up on Tiger as they come in through the jump there. And yeah, so some good effort here. Bit of problem in the chicane here sometimes. Let's see how we do coming in here to the 8th lap. Everything seems to be going well, although there's a pull side. And look at that, the Blizzard taking that inside line, that Muller corner, man. Let me tell you about that Muller corner. You have got to know what you're doing. You have got to plan. You've got to be on top of that. And this is how we come into the final lap here. Arjun with a great lead, just sort of pulling away from everybody. He is hungry as he'll ever be. Polyonics, another veteran, sort of made a mistake there on the Muller corner. At this point, Wild Canuck has dropped out of the top 5. He's still making good time. He's just there in 6th place as they come down through the chicane again. There's another pass there, which drops him back, and he'll end up finishing in 7th place. A good race. Showed some flashes there. Kind of exciting to see him moving up. But the exciting thing, the really exciting thing, is that this was a fast heat. And because this is the qualifications are all about time, not position, he's bumped himself up into the 9th place going into this number 4. Marbles are in the blocks here as we get ready for the final heat, and off they go. Wild Canuck starts in 9th again in this particular heat, but as we work forward, you'll see him work his way forward into the top 5 by the time we get here and down the bumpers. A scary, scary bit of racing here as the marbles can jostle back and forth and cross the track at high speeds and slow almost to a stop in some cases. That is one scary obstacle. The Muller corner is one of the most interesting things in the new series as a new feature of the tracks. You can see here as Panda with a substantial lead, the veteran comes in here and takes that outside line. That Marble's taking the inside line, get a real run on him. And this is where Tornado and Wild Canuck start to mix it up with him. And this makes for some great racing. And it highlights some decision making that needs to happen here. This is where Tornado jumps ahead. Wild Canuck is now in 2nd place, but as Tornado takes the outside line in the Muller corner, it's Wild Canuck and Panda who sneak on by, and this is where Wild Canuck begins his run in 1st place, leading the charge as Brandon said in his commentary. And man, hats off to Brandon for some great commentary. Despite the creative ways in which he said Canuck, his commentary is just fantastic for this preseason. Wild Canuck, as he works on keeping the rest of the pack behind him here, you can see that the Muller corner becomes a real challenge for everyone. If you choose the right line in the Muller corner, you are going to move forward. If you choose the wrong line, you're going to fall back. And that is a reality we see lap after lap. So looking forward to see how that will play as a strategic element going in. See, they're going wide, but everybody goes wide except for Panda on that one. And that leads to a little bit more action here in the bumpers. Coming into it, lap 8, we'll see another opportunity here. And Tornado is just tenacious on these last 2 laps. It is everything Wild Canuck can do. Inside line there, Tornado takes the middle line, and that gives some breathing room for Wild Canuck, but he bobbles into bumpers. Say that 5 times fast. And here we go to the final lap. And Panda makes the move here, but it won't be enough because guess what's coming? The Muller corner. And when Panda slips to the outside, Tornado takes that inside line and he charges up, but he can't quite catch Wild Canuck. Wild Canuck's first win, hopefully the first of many wins as he goes on. Now 5th overall. Let me say that again. 5th overall in the standings to be able to go up against some of the best that we've seen in marble racing in season 2, and a chance to race against the truly intimidating marble that is Crimson Lady. Look forward to seeing you all there, and we'll post highlights and other commentary as best we can as the season goes on. Peace out from the whole crew here at Wild Canuck MarbleSports.